A high-profile visitor is in West Michigan talking politics and giving advice to young women destined for leadership.
Former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright unveiled a very personal exhibit at the Ford Museum today. We were able to meet with the former secretary one-on-one.
Somebody made this pin. And
the former Secretary of State walked through the Gerald R. Ford Museum that now displays more than 200 of her pins, jewelry she says communicated her moods and intentions while she was in office. Albright's visit to West Michigan comes just as a new Secretary of State will be sworn in later this week.
The president's putting together a really good team, but there are many, many challenges from all over. In many ways, a world that is much more complicated.
As Senator John Kerry is now poised to take over as Secretary of State, Albright pointed to several issues, what she called hotspots for the new secretary, including Mali, Algeria, and the nation's evolving relationship with China.
I think he has many big challenges, and obviously Iran is a challenge and where they're going on their nuclear program. I do think that Syria is obviously a huge challenge because of the effect that it can have on the whole region.
Aside from this political leader offering advice to those who've succeeded her, Albright also touts herself a feminist, offering advice for young women.
My advice is always the following, is young women and older women have a tendency never to interrupt in a meeting and wait to be called on. So my advice is to interrupt. And if you're going to interrupt, then you have to know what you're talking about, and you have to work really hard, and a good education and determination is what I advise young women.
Albright's exhibit includes the golden snake pin she wore after Saddam Hussein's government called her a serpent. It'll all be on display at the Ford Museum until April 21st.